Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Buko Boys.
That's right.
Starting new ways to start it every time now.
That's good. That's a good idea.
What's up, everybody? We are back for number 90 of the Buko
Man,
Boys.
we're close to 100.
Yeah, we are. We should do something great for 100.
We should. We should get some ideas.
We should go skydiving
from the fans.
We should go skydiving.
Nah.
Yeah, you're scared.
That's a big pass on that one. Not gonna happen. I'm scared of heights and Bigfoot.
I'm scared of falling.
Yeah, we're not supposed to. We don't have feathers. We're not supposed to be jumping out of airplanes.
I think that's what it is for me. I'm not scared of heights. I'm scared of falling from something high.
I'm scared of heights. It's gotten worse as I've gotten older. It's so weird that it's done that though. When I was younger, I was like, "Yeah, I'll do anything." When I get older, hold on. Jump out of a plane? It's kind of crazy talk now.
I might do it one day, maybe.
It doesn't seem natural.
Maybe.
I really have. My wife has talked about it, and she's talked about because she knows it's a fear of mine. She talks about breaking your fears, because I talk about that stuff. Break your fears, go through things. But I feel like this is one that's okay to be fearful of. Like, it's okay to be scared to jump 10 miles up in the sky. Like, that's okay to be scared.
You know what you should do one day is wake her up with a tarantula on her, let it walk on her.
Shh, quiet, it'll bite. It's okay. Go through the fear.
You must face your fear.
But if I did that, then she would say, "All right, well, I fear is my fear. Now jump out of an airplane with me." So
no, we're over this now. Like, move on. We gotta move on.
New topic.
Like, God, you keep living in the past.
Yes, I'm living in the past.
So this weekend,
we're kicking off our
Christmas
festivities.
Yes. With the first one of the year was the Dickens Festival.
We have the local Dickens Festival here,
and that's more of like a Charles Dickens themed Christmas.
Yeah, it's period centric.
On the streets of London, you're walking. Well, you're inside of a building, but it's supposed to look like you're walking through the streets of London, and there's shops that you can go stop and browse at.
Yes. New location this year.
Yeah, new location.
Not a fan of the new location.
Exactly how I feel.
Yeah, I prefer the old location.
Well, I don't like how they have you have separate buildings in the new location, where everything in the first location was just one big building.
Is a convention hall.
Right. So, and then they were able to dim the light so it looked all dark and gloomy, like London.
Right. So yeah, the main location was great. It was a big convention hall. This was at a fairground. And so they had to utilize two
separate buildings, and they were lit up pretty bright.
Yeah, it definitely didn't have the same feel.
Not at all, and everything being kind of separated. And I don't know, something about like the booths that they have at all these little not conventions, but what are these called? What would this be called?
Festival.
An event, a festival. Yeah. All the booths are always the same as the ones that you see at like the farmers markets.
Yeah,
and it's like you have to pay extra for this one for some reason. When farmers markets are free, this one you got to pay to get in. And I don't know if I want to go to it anymore if it's just going to be like this.
I agree. I usually go every year, and yeah, it had a different feel, and yeah, I just wasn't a big fan of it myself. So
it almost seemed like there was no like interaction stuff for kids either. Where at the other place, there just seemed like every little corner had some kind of like interaction thing for kids, whether I don't know, it'd be little puppets.
You mean in the past?
In the past, yeah. Or like even like candle dipping and candle making and stuff. This place didn't have nothing.
It did have the candle dipping.
Did it? I didn't even see it.
It was by good old Kris Kringle.
Oh, it was in there.
Yes. We went there. So we took the baby with us. And, I kind of talk up Santa Claus. And, she likes the idea of Santa. And when she sees something Santa related on TV, she gets excited. And when, we saw Santa, they were taking pictures. And we didn't really want to buy pictures with this Santa. Actually, he was a good-looking Santa, by the way. Like, he looked legit. This guy looked good. Santa was awesome. So we were getting ready to leave, and the baby wanted to see Santa. We're like, okay, great. Let's go there. So she wanted to see Santa. We're holding her hand. We're getting closer to Santa. She's excited, and he goes hi, and she kind of she doesn't get too close. And he goes hi, and he reaches down to like offer to pick her up, and I said, give Santa a hug. And she let go and went to give him a hug. And when Santa picked her up and put her on his lap, then she got a little panicky. She's like, Dad, 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 Dad. I'm like, I'm right here. And I'm holding her hand. And Santa's trying to talk to her. You know, what do you want for Christmas? And she's just looking at me, Dad, 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 Dad. I'm like, this is her first interaction with Santa physically. So she did pretty good, he said. So so it was a fun experience for her to see. I want to see her now, like get see more Santas to get more experience with Santa.
See how when she starts talking more.
Yeah, and most definitely be less fearful.
I think next year will be funny.
Yeah, because I was like kneeling down next to her to get like to her level, and you know, looking at this Santa like leaning down forward, I'm like, yeah, that could be a little intimidating. This big red suit and big beard and talking. I'm like,
ho, ho, ho.
Exactly.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah, but Dickens Festival, I mean, it's fun. Yeah, hopefully they go back to the original spot.
There was somebody there that you didn't see, though, at the Dickens Festival that I saw.
Who?
Chef Ben, our homeboy.
Oh, okay.
Yum Yum food truck was there.
Okay.
You didn't notice him because they got a new truck, and it's not wrapped yet.
Well, they didn't have... He wasn't there when I went.
He was there he said he was there all 3 days.
He might have showed up in the evening.
Was there any food trucks there when you went?
Yes.
Was there a yellow one? It was yellow.
Yes, but it had another brand.
Yeah, crunchy egg rolls or something on it.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was him.
Oh, did he buy that?
Yeah, they just got it.
Oh,
and so it's a new truck. It hasn't been wrapped yet.
Oh,
so that's kind of that's just they're getting it wrapped. I think next week. He said.
Oh, well, that is Crunchy Munchy.
Yes,
and they're another Filipino food truck.
Yeah, so I saw that. I saw that food truck, and I'm like, that's probably how we got the hookup on the truck, maybe.
Yeah.
So I see that, and I'm like, hey, that's lumpia. I walk over there, and then I noticed the jerseys that they wear, their shirts. I was like, oh shit. Then I seen the son, and we said what's up. Then you got Ben over there, and I was talking to Ben. But yeah, I told him you were there too, and you didn't even stop by.
No, well, we had inside we had fish and chips, and so I was full.
I don't know, something about it this year. Just walking through the Dickens Festival, I just was not feeling it.
I hear you.
And I didn't even want to buy anything in there. I'm like, paid to get in here for this?
I got the cinnamon rolls.
Then you had to pay for parking?
True. The other venue didn't have to pay for parking.
It's like, man, this is getting whack. I ain't going ever again.
But we've got plenty more holiday festivities coming up. This is just the first of many for me.
Yeah, it's not even Thanksgiving yet.
Yeah. But we did go to the University of Utah football game this weekend. And that was a huge game.
That was a huge win.
Oh my gosh. So number 23 Utes, University of Utah, hosted number 3 Oregon Ducks, and we put a whooping on them.
They whooped the duck out of them.
Yep, we were duck hunting that day. 38-7. Oregon was ranked number 3. They had high hopes to make it to the playoffs, and they are most likely going to be out now, thanks to us. And that's good, because they did the same to us not too long ago. A couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
They did the same to us. So, yeah, good for us.
Good for us.
It was fun. We had some Oregon fans behind, like 3 rows behind us. And, by the way, if you have season tickets and you sell tickets to the opposing team, F you. Okay? You know, there's plenty of the home team that will buy those tickets. So just watch the area codes of people buying tickets from you. Anyway, they were kind of annoying. So they would say things like, yeah, first down, whenever the Oregon did something. So I am not shy to also be loud. And I was just giving it right back. Like, once we got, like, oh gosh, I don't know, what is block? We blocked a field goal and we blocked a punt. And I was just, or 2 field goals, I don't know, anyway. I was just talking mad shit back. I'm not scared. And I wasn't looking at them doing it, just kind of want to be provoking. But I was looking in their direction. So I would turn around where they were, but I act like I was looking up at the screen doing a replay. And I would loudly scream what was happening on the replay. Like, blocked field goal. What a shitty kicker. And we scored the 3rd touchdown. I just looked back like 3 unanswered points. And I just was giving it back at them. They shut up in the second half. I also shut up in the second half. I don't need to rub it in. I made my point. It was fun.
Yeah, being
was
petty
fun.
is good for a little bit.
What's that?
Being petty is fun for a little bit.
Yeah. But once they were quiet, I'm like,
once it's been acknowledged, there's no need to keep it going.
And they stuck around till the end when it was easily game over. And my wife was like, "You're not saying anything back." I'm like, "Well, they shut up." And they actually have stuck around through this whole game. I kind of have a little bit more respect for them. A lot of the other fans left, and they stuck around, so I'm not going to bother them anymore. I can respect that. It was fun, and then it was funny because the student section was like piling down towards the bottom of the stadium, and over the intercom, the announcer kept saying, "Everyone, please stay in your seats," and
everyone's getting ready to rush the field.
Cheer safely in your seats and in your section, and all it took was one person to jump down, and it looked like a bunch of cockroaches just swarming over the I don't know what you call it, the railings, and jumping onto the field. I mean, it was fun. Everyone was respectful. You know, I think they just got worried people were going to tear down the field goal post. Like,
it's happened.
It's happened. So it was fun. It was fun to watch. We actually got to be down on the field before the kickoff, and we were able to be there as the team left the locker room and went out onto the field. What they do actually here at the University of Utah is there's a Harley Davidson nearby that donates a motorcycle, and they just start revving the engine, and the mascot goes out there, and a bunch of the spirit team with flags, and the Harley and the mascot and the spirit team some of the cheerleaders, they all run the field with their flags, and then after a little bit of time, then the football team runs out, and fireworks are going off, and me and my wife were able to be in the front row of that while that happened. So it was a pretty cool experience.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, we've been having cool experiences lately.
Nice.
I'm like, it's time to start living our life to the fullest. So
yeah, about damn time.
We're having some awesome experiences lately.
Yeah.
So it was fun. It was a fun experience, and man, I love football. I just love football. It's football season.
Maybe I'll get back into it one day. One day.
Another thing I did over the weekend was I was up in Ogden, and actually,
gross.
I know.
Just kidding.
I hear you. And while I was up there, I saw these like little houses. I'm like, what's up with these little houses? Like these little huts things. I'm like, what is this? And then I saw a few more, and they had a Christmas theme to it. I'm like, what's going on here? So I was looking at what's happening in Ogden during Christmas. I guess they got like a Christmas festival, like some other type of Christmas festival. And that's what we're doing. It's the first weekend right after Thanksgiving. So, this basically coming up this weekend, they're going to have a parade with Santa. It's an electric parade with Santa, and they're going to have like a whole Christmas village, and I guess it's going to be, people selling items.
It's going to be another farmer's market.
I think this is going to be better. I think this is outdoors.
Okay.
This is actually outdoors. It starts at 5 p.m., and like I said, they're going to start with the parade this year, and electric parade. So I don't know what that means. It sounds cool, though. So anyway, that's our next holiday activities. This weekend, we're going to Ogden for the electric parade and Christmas village. But I went to this place. It's a crepe place. And guess what they make?
Crepes?
Yeah.
Weird.
They do. They have crepes, and they have paninis. It was pretty good. I actually got a crepe. But they also make these, what they call freak shakes. Freak shakes.
You don't get these at the club?
Nope. These ain't the type you're getting at the club. No freak
you
shaking.
don't gotta break no bands for these freak shakes?
No. So they got these freak shakes, and they're basically, it's a shake in a jar, and they have these skewers of things sticking out of it. And they have different themes, and of course, what season is it right now? It's pumpkin spice season. So I got the pumpkin spice freak shake. So it's a pumpkin shake, all right? Sticking out of it is a pumpkin Pop-Tart, and they have like broken pieces of Pop-Tart around the rim of the shake. And then it had a pumpkin cookie on a skewer, and then it had like a slice of pumpkin pie just laid on top. Mm-hmm. And they bring it over, and it looks amazing. And I'm like, I need like a plate or something because it's gonna be messy. I can tell. It was pretty good. I took pictures. I'm gonna post it on our social media this week. You guys can check it out.
So it's kind of like a really built up like those Sunday Caesars, like those
Sunday Caesars?
Yeah, Bloody Marys, like a Bloody Mary.
They're called a Sunday Caesar?
Yeah, when they're dressed up like that.
I did not know that. I just thought they were called Freak Marys.
Freak Marys also at the club. You'll find a Freak Mary. Ask her about her freak shake.
Can you do that freak shake?
Do that freak shake I like. Freak Mary.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's what I thought of. I thought those Bloody Marys were where people go like really extravagant. You know, people can dress it up with. I've been to a couple like nice bars, like at restaurants, and they can dress it up with all these different type of pearl onions and asparagus and.
But no, they go
bacon.
Crazy now with the sliders and
like
hot wings.
Yeah, hot wings, slices of pizza. I've seen slices of pizza.
Pizzas.
I've seen all sorts of different like these Bloody Mary
pizza rolls. On
they're called what now?
Sunday Caesars.
Sunday Caesar. I never knew that.
But yeah, there's actually a Instagram page I followed years ago. It was called Sunday Caesars.
Oh,
and it was every like week is just about all these fancy different Bloody Marys.
I'm very
and
curious.
you just get all these crazy ideas from people.
Is it like Caesar salad?
Yeah, Caesar.
Okay.
It's called a Sunday Caesar. But yeah, it's totally dressed up, amazing stuff. Because I remember the first one I had was at what's that place, that Hash House a Go-Go.
Yeah.
They had a BLT Mary.
Okay. Yeah.
That was like over a decade ago. It was on the Travel Channel, and like you had to go try the BLT Mary because it was dressed up with ingredients for a BLT, all garnished around your Bloody Mary, and it was pretty dope because you could make a whole BLT out of.
Interesting. So I'm looking at this one. Check this out. So this is a pretty top heavy glass that's in, to fit everything in. Okay, it's almost like a margarita glass, right?
A thick bottom.
But it was a little thicker at the bottom to hold everything. So this is kind of like, this is like the Corona, the Marga Corona.
With a little Corona. Coronita. The Coronita.
Yeah. But instead it's a little vodka bottle.
Nice.
And then there's a big old shrimp prawn, an oyster, and not a slider, but an actual pastrami burger.
Pastrami burger, damn.
Or looks like pastrami burger.
That's see, these are the Sunday Caesars.
The only problem is I don't like
heartburn.
Bloody Marys.
The only problem is being susceptible to heartburn.
I don't like Bloody Marys. I want to like them. I can't like them.
I love them.
I don't say I love. I like what's it called? Tomato juice. I like tomato juice. I love vodka. For some reason, when they're put together, I'm just not a fan. I just can't get behind it. I want to. It sounds good. It looks good. But when I taste it, I'm like,
it's good to me. I like them, and it's a cheap way to get drunk on brunch time.
Yeah. I just end up getting.
We used to do that. We used to go to brunch, get
$2 ones.
Yeah, $2 Bloody Marys and mimosas.
I just get the mimosas.
Trashed and go walk around the mall.
Yeah, and they still do. We need to do that soon. Oh, our birthdays are coming up. We should do that for.
Let's do that this weekend. Let's do that tomorrow.
It's our birthday coming up.
That's right, it is.
Okay, so anyway, Freak Shakes,
Freak Mary,
Sunday Caesars,
Sunday Caesars,
fun stuff.
I'm gonna get drunk. All right, next on the agenda.
Next on the agenda. Rittenhouse not guilty.
So huge thing going on, and
people are up in arms about it. I'm seeing a lot of posts on social media about it. I didn't know the exact. I caught wind of the story, but I don't know the detailed story. So, brother, you were kind of saying Rittenhouse lives in Illinois or something like that,
right? So
or Kenosha.
No. This happened in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
It happened in Kenosha, Wisconsin,
and he's from Illinois. That's where he lives.
Not that close to each other.
No, like neighboring states, but not like they had a drive to get there.
He had no business being there.
Right. So all these riots going on, over these killings, that the police brutality and people protesting and stuff. So anyways, knowing these protests were going on, and his one of his parents are from Kenosha, and he decides that, I don't know if there were talks amongst family and friends of family saying, oh yeah, you should just come here and protect our business while, it just sounds like, you know what, if you don't want to feel like shooting somebody, you should bring your guns and come over here and just wait for somebody to do some shit to shoot them.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it seems like, because why else would you feel moved enough for somebody else's business that has there's no monetary wins for you for going here.
In fact, it's costing you money to drive.
It's costing you money to do this. So this sounds like more of like, this sounds like a sport. This sounds like I'm going for sport. Like, this sounds like something fun to do for sport. Nobody feels like, this sounds like fun. There's a war going on. I'm going to join the army. This is going to be fun. Nobody does that. Nobody thinks this shit's going to be fun unless you actually, like, think it's fun to go shoot somebody. So anyways, my thought on this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did I think he was acting in self-defense? Yes, I do.
But, well, acting in self-defense, what happened?
So this, I was about to tell you.
Okay.
So, him being there, walking around with his AR-15.
Yeah, so he's walking on the street with an AR-15.
Walking around with an AR-15. First off, he's a kid. He's a child. He's 15 years old. He's walking around cops who aren't even batting an eye at this kid. That's not okay. And, I mean, I'm just trying to think of if another child of melanated skin had been walking around with a
what kind of skin did you say?
Melanated skin.
That's what I thought you said. All right.
Was walking around with an assault rifle. And walking next to cops. Do you think a cop would not have stopped him and asked him why he's doing that?
Most likely.
Yes. There's been plenty of social, what are those called? Those social experiments.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Where they had different cities going on at the same time. A white kid walking with an assault rifle, black kid walking with an assault rifle. The difference, the black kid gets laid down on the ground, multiple cars, weapons drawn. White kid, the cop goes and asks him a couple questions and leaves him on his way.
Mm-hmm.
This situation had Kyle Rittenhouse in different situation. I don't know if it would turn out the same in this situation had it been, different races.
Yeah.
But anyways, he's out here with this assault rifle walking around the streets. People that are protesting and all amped up on energy drinks, they're over here seeing this kid with an assault rifle.
Uh-huh.
And they're amping each other up saying, let's go take it from him.
Okay.
Idiots. They should not have been doing this.
Yeah. Do you know what, I don't know, like what race those kids were.
They were all white. Everyone in this situation was white.
Okay.
But anyways, these idiots think it'd be okay to go rush over to this kid with a gun and take it from him by force.
Right.
So they go attacking him. I think they hit him with, someone came at him with a skateboard, and then the one dumbass pulled a gun out on him.
Oh.
So of course, somebody with another gun, now their life's in danger.
Sure.
You're gonna fire. It's self-defense, obvious. Yeah. So did he act in self-defense? Hell yes, he did.
Right.
But should he have been there? Hell no, he should not have.
So everyone being upset that he is found not. Why are people upset he was not guilty?
I think it's more of he was acquitted really, of all charges.
Okay.
If anything, I think his parents should have been charged. I think his parents should be the ones on the stand, not him. If anything, his parents should be being held for child endangerment.
Especially if they
for dropping him off with an assault rifle, which he should not have been having during a protest, knowing that he's going there to protect somebody else's business that's not going to be paying you for anything. Like, they're not doing anything for you. This was more of like, I'm gonna go there and I might shoot somebody. This might be fun. That's stupidest thing ever. And I have a feeling like just they might use this high profile case in the future for more like self-defense cases, getting people off the hook for doing stupid shit. But do I think he acted in self-defense? Yes. Do I think his parents should have been charged for something? Yes.
So you're saying you believe Rittenhouse is not guilty on the act of, because he acted in self-defense.
Right. But he should never have been there.
He shouldn't have been there, so maybe he shouldn't be on trial.
Yeah. I mean, as a stupid kid, having stupid ideas, to him that probably sounded awesome. Because he probably plays video games all day.
Right.
And to his adult parents, who should know better and know reality from non-reality, should have been like, no, you stupid kid, that's like video game shit. No, stay in your damn room, play your video game.
Yes.
Like, you're not gonna play.
Yes, I didn't follow the whole story. I just hear pieces, so I didn't know he was only like 15 at the time.
So it's almost like, okay, your parents are child brains as well. Yeah. Like, your parents should be standing trial, not you. Like, why in this whole situation have the parents not been charged with anything? I completely way over my head.
That's a good point.
But I don't know, that the whole situation, I think, the funny thing about it is that it seemed like, the whole thing was race driven in the beginning, but who he shot and everybody involved was all like the same race. And it seemed like it was still this whole race motivated thing going on.
Because, so I have friends in social media on both sides. Like, I'm independent. I don't believe in following the cult of politics. So I have friends who are liberals and friends who are conservatives. And, I get everyone's point. I understand where they're coming from. And I listen and see posts. And so I can see some of my friends who are posting, and that's why I started wondering, like, wait, so did he shoot, like, colored kids, like brown or black kids? And now that I'm like, that's why I asked, I'm like, wait, what color? Cause it really does kind of throw me off why they were so, like.
Well, here's the whole thing. Here's why everyone thinks the way they think about the whole race thing in this case is because, for one, the people there were protesting against the situation of a black person getting shot by cops.
Right.
So the whole thing was a race-driven thing.
Right.
And for somebody to go there willingly to protect somebody else's business with an assault rifle is in hopes of somebody trying to attack that business so they can shoot them.
Okay.
And what this is about, they think, the people that are there protesting are going to be black people protesting, so that he was there purposely wanting to shoot a black person.
Yeah, I mean.
So that's kind of what the media was kind of painting in people's heads, that he was there wanting to shoot a black person.
Yeah.
I think in general he might have just been wanting to shoot anybody.
Me being kind of almost blind to the situation, and I asked you kind of what happened when you brought up this story. I just was kind of curious. So what happened? Like, how did the shooting happen? When you told me, I was like, well, that sounds like self-defense. And you said, yeah, it was self-defense, but he shouldn't have even been there. I'm like, yeah, which is that's another topic. When you come down to this trial, yeah, it sounds like he's not guilty because he was attacked.
I mean, if you go to a rock concert, is there going to be a mosh pit?
Yeah.
All right. So if you go to a rock concert and you go to the front, is there going to be a mosh pit? Damn right. That's where the mosh pits are.
Right.
So him, like, going in, he's going to go right into this mosh pit. He's going right to the front
so
to get himself right into that mosh pit.
You're stand there with a gun and say, if anyone bumps into me,
you're going to get it.
You're going to get it if you bump into me.
Like, I don't want no trouble, but I'm going to walk right in this mosh pit. And if anybody touches me, you're going to get it.
Right. That's a good point. Yeah, I get it.
It's. I mean, how dumb can you be as a parent to think that was okay?
Really, it really is.
Like,
I didn't know he was 15. That really blows my mind.
Like, as a parent, like, how would you think that this is okay?
Yeah.
Like, your kid has the potential to get killed.
Yeah.
By doing what they're doing because they're provoking somebody to come at them.
It is almost like a provocation where he's walking around with an assault rifle.
Could he have been standing guard of this building that he wanted to stand guard for and left the building off to the side, so if trouble comes, I can grab it and boom. No, he's wandering up and down the streets.
The pictures I've seen of him were like him in the middle of the street.
Right, he's not protecting any business by wandering the streets. And as he's doing that, parading himself and his assault rifle in front of the protesters, they're all just getting aggravated because they're already amped up on monsters, and they're just, let's go get them, Kyle. All right. They're all Kyle. Everyone there's a Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
Everyone's Kyled out. But yeah, this whole case was just big news, and through the whole thing, I'm like, how the hell the parents are just off the hook?
That's that's where my real question is.
Because they're the ones that brought him there. They brought him there. They're the ones that are responsible for him.
And this was only a year or two ago, so he's still a minor, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's only 17.
Yeah, so he's still a minor.
Yes. And so, as an adult, as a parent, and you're taking them into danger.
Yeah.
Why the hell?
Maybe they're still coming now that he's found not guilty. Maybe who's actually he's on trial because he did murder. That no one was really suing him, right? He's just he killed somebody, so he's on trial.
Right, because it's all like, hey, did you act in self-defense?
Yeah, he did.
And
I don't know if he provoked those other guys. It sounds like maybe
he wasn't provoking. He wasn't using words or actions at them.
Right.
He's just parading up and down the street.
Yeah.
These guys are just amped up and trying to
It's
start.
almost like he was quietly taunting, quietly taunting by doing what he was doing. But not really
like looking in the direction and mocking them in any way. They just were thinking that they had more rights than they do when they don't have rights to do that.
Yeah. Don't try to take someone's gun ever, unless they're like killing innocent people. Then go try to take their gun.
Right.
But just
And in these guys' case, they were not innocent. They were trying to attack this kid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you act dumb, you get killed. I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm just really surprised how this case turned out, and him being on trial and not his parents.
Yeah, I'm really surprised too.
And I mean,
maybe it's now that he's found, like I said, maybe now that he's found not guilty, maybe it will come to that. Talking to the parents.
I doubt it. I think the whole thing's over with now.
Interesting. Yeah, that is interesting.
But that's how that whole thing went down. And then, of course, riots, because anything that comes out about anything, somebody's got to freak out.
Yeah, so now there's riots and looting happening.
But I think...
unnecessarily.
Yes. Stupid. It was real stupid. I mean, the jury looked at what happened, and I mean, that's the case. It wasn't that hard to see.
Yeah.
But then people, I think, people just use anything as an excuse to get free shit.
Yep, they're like, oh, let's just go riot. So, like, out in Beverly Hills, a Louis Vuitton was ransacked.
I guess in San Francisco.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, San Francisco in 40 seconds. I think it said quite a few people ran in. You can't tell, right? They're all wearing like hoodies with long sleeves and gloves and hoods on, so you can't tell. It's hard to tell who they are, or I mean, it's on camera, but I don't know if you're gonna. It's done. It's over with. It's like they got away. Those cameras aren't.
They got insurance. Big companies. Yeah. They got insurance for that.
So they go in like Louis Vuitton, even though Louis Vuitton had no stance in the trial.
This is just because broke ass people want some free shit.
Yeah,
they've been planning this.
Well, there was a orchestrated Nordstrom's hit. So and they said maybe people are using this as an excuse, but really this was planned way before this outcome.
The way it was all.
So 25 vehicles block the street, pull up to a Nordstrom. Roughly 80 people get out, ransack a Nordstrom's. 3 got arrested out of the 80. But here's the thing: I don't know who. I know it says arrested. I don't know if police showed up because 25 cars blocking the streets, pretty suspect, or if they had police as security at the time, and I don't know how these people were arrested because the
probably they had 3 security guards in the mall at the time.
Put them in restrain them.
Each one of them grabbed one. That's all they could do.
Yeah.
Each one would tackle one of them.
Yeah, just grab somebody and hold them down. But there's. Because it's the mentality of they ain't gonna catch us all, right? So most of us will get away, and all but 3 got away, which are good odds when it's that big. But when you orchestrate 80 people, 25 cars, that wasn't orchestrated in a matter of moments after the trial, after the verdict was announced, and then it happened. People are saying no, this was very coordinated, and it was going to happen. This just circumstantial that the trial verdict came out, and they're going to use that as an excuse. It was the experts are saying it was coincidental. That's what we're looking for. Coincidental.
Oh, it had nothing to do with the trial.
It had nothing to do with the trial. Just it was already being planned, and I'm not surprised because I'm seeing this more and more. I'm seeing more and more videos of people just walking in, grabbing things, and walking out. Employees aren't stopping them. Like they're told not to stop people. People are walking out of Target, and you can tell they're walking in with, again, most of them are wearing hoodies and masks. Like, oh, I got my face covering mask, and then hoodies, so they're long sleeve gloves. They're just walking in, filling up their carts, and walking out of stores. And employees are not supposed to stop them. They're just supposed to let them go. Our mom, she shops at a Sam's Club, and she said people came in, 2 carts. They just walked out with 2 carts full of stuff. They just came in, filled up their 2 carts, and walked out. And there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. Well, they're told not to stop them.
Okay, as employees, yes.
Yeah, right.
But do they not have security on site?
Well, I mean, people are just filling up their carts, right? So they're nothing. They just walk up to the front and they just keep walking out the front.
Right, but as they walk out and don't show their thing, they can. I mean, don't they have a line to security to come out and?
Yeah, but I mean, what's security gonna do? They're employees. They're not like police, so they still can't just go out there and just grab people because of the liabilities. Because if that employee gets hurt, now that employee can sue the company.
Okay, well then, what about security guards at the clubs? okay, they're still employees.
Uh-huh.
They're roughing people up and stopping fights and throwing people and holding people down until the cops get there.
Right, because that's you're right. You know, it's circumstantial. Like people are not surprised. It's that's just that's what Sam's Clubs.
Okay, I don't think
That's what
we should start a whole new security guard business where we rough people up.
Yeah,
and it's third-party business.
Exactly.
So not affiliated to Sam's Club in any way.
I mean, you can say that, but still, people like. I was going to pay. I was going to put my car first, and then come back and
slam him against their car. Oh yeah, you want to pay now? You want to pay now? They're bleeding out of their mouth. I'll pay.
Yeah, I mean, it's the store policy. Yeah, if you have a bar, it's been bar policy for a long time. You're gonna rough people up because most people they're getting into fights or they're causing fights. That's the main thing. So but breaking up a fight.
Okay, now if people know that that's what goes down at the store, they know they ain't even going to steal
somewhere.
there.
Yeah,
like, I didn't go to steal there. They're going to break my nose.
Who's going to start it? Exactly. Who's going to start it? It won't be one of these big box stores like Costco, Sam's Club, Louis Vuitton.
So we hit the mom and pop shop. They're like, hey, you guys need protection?
Yeah. You're a little scared?
Pay us $20,000 a month. We'll keep you protected.
Like, these guys are like the mafia.
You want protection or not?
And then it's like, but no one's been hassling us for years. Nope, we're here for protection. Keep paying. Now they need protection.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Now they need protection from us. Yeah, I think it's crazy that they're not stopped. I think it's crazy not stopped. I mean, I remember I was at a place and I chased somebody that stole a tip jar. They stole my tips, and I'm like, I'm gonna chase after him. I gave up because before I realized it, I could barely see the kid. I gave up chasing after him. Like, nah.
Yeah, 10 steps in.
I'm like, yeah,
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, you're out $25. Sorry, man. Sorry, they took your tip jar. I tried. My shoes weren't laced. I'm sorry. But yeah, oh gosh, yeah. So I've been seeing this a lot where people just come in, load up their carts, grab things, and just walk out. I mean, and sometimes you'll have a security guard there, and they're like, no. They just walk past them. They just keep pushing. They just push them to the side and keep walking, because the security guard is there. It's almost like for looks, almost like they're told don't let them go. Yeah, like you said, that's what the insurance is for. I think it's crazy. But
I know they shut down some, like, I think CVS's or Walgreens in some neighborhoods because that kept happening to them.
Yeah.
So they're like, we're losing money keeping the store open, so shut it down. Exactly.
Yeah, we're paying employees, we're paying utilities, we're paying for products.
So these people doing this to their own neighborhood stores.
Yes.
And then these stores closing businesses down because this keeps happening.
Yep.
These places are going to stay vacant and then drop your property values. And then wonder why you live in the ghetto. It's because you're doing it to yourselves.
It's like I said on that on one of the episodes we did. Maybe it was the last episode. People, it's not the government handouts they need. It's not going to help. I mean, it's just band-aids. It's either education or they're doing it to themselves. I remember I had a friend who told me he read a research and it said you take an affluent area, a place that has money, and in dead center you just put a couple little, what's it called, lower income, government assistance type homes. Just put a couple, and you'll see it just starts spreading from inward outward. It starts spreading, and I see it. I see it locally. I see like a little area of a neighborhood start turning a little bad. Someone bought a property and they're not maintaining the tenants, and you start seeing the grass start getting yellow. You start seeing the outside. You start seeing junk cars outside the house, and then it starts spreading around the neighborhood. Just kind of starts spreading outward.
And it all starts with those damn low-income apartments that they put in down the street.
Yeah. 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 I mean, something so when me and my wife first got married, we were kind of struggling entrepreneurs, and we got like low income apartment, and just to kind of get on our feet, kind of get things going. And we actually didn't finish our lease out. We had a 1-year lease, and we didn't even finish it out. We did about 10 months, and then we bought our house. We just saved, and we just said, hey, you know what? We actually got qualified for the house we wanted, and we might be moving out 2 months early. So what's the situation? They said, well, if we can get it filled, then no problem. But if we can't get it filled, you have to pay for every month for your lease, which will be 2 extra months. And we just said, okay, we'll just take our risk. And they luckily got it filled. But I didn't, living in that low income apartment, I knew it was just a way for us to kind of get on our feet, to kind of get things moving. That's all we needed. And it's true. 10 months. We lived in these apartments for 10 months and we bought a house. I just knew it was just, it's there. It's a tool that we can use, this low income. Our rent was somewhat low and we could just, we just got, business started picking up, just started working more. Just saved like crazy because we were saving money by having a lower, monthly income or a monthly, what's it called? Rent. And we just saved in 10 months we were out, But some people just want to keep living that lifestyle. And it's not good for anybody. It's just,
they're too comfortable.
Yeah, they're too comfortable. Those things are for too, like I said, it was a way for me and my wife to just kind of get on our feet as struggling entrepreneurs. And we just needed 10 months really. And we bought a house. And so it's all mindset. It's all mindset. And the actions you take. And all you can blame, like you said last week, brother, all you can do is blame yourself. All you can do is blame yourself.
GFY. All day.
Oh, yeah. Not guilty.
But
being a victim. Yeah. Anyway, Thanksgiving's coming up. Let's put it to a lighter note.
Yeah, Thanksgiving stuff.
This is
you kept talking about your damn little peasant life for a while. Went off for a long time about your peasant life.
I'm trying to motivate people.
This thing about motivation.
Yes. The motivation entertainment.
Thanksgiving's coming up, and we're going to talk about some Thanksgiving fails.
Yes. Hold on. I'm pulling up the link you sent me. I got to close these ads out. Oh, my goodness. Ads. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So we got how many stories? We got a few stories here. These look kind of funny.
So let's start with after this. This one.
Yeah. Wait, where are you? Not the top ones?
This is the top one. This is right here, the title.
Yeah.
No, those ones all suck.
Oh, okay.
Actually, this is a long one. Okay. We'll start here, this bottom one right there. All right. This first one, pumpkin pie made accidentally with Jamaican jerk ginger.
Oh.
That's coming.
Oh, Jamaican jerk ginger pumpkin pie.
Ugh. Yeah, that's got to be horrible.
Okay. Ran out of gas frying a turkey. We had pizza.
All right. The dog was caught licking the desserts in the other room. I just cut around it and still served them.
And then I put ha. All right. All these ads keep jumping around. Oh, I hate ads so much. All right. A huge misunderstanding on what time food would be ready and people being late, resulting in my mom and aunt not speaking for a very long time.
Yeah. Teddy.
Yeah.
All right. 4 different families all thought the other was doing the turkey. Ended up with 10 Publix rotisserie chickens.
Oh my goodness, 4 families needed. Okay. All right, I accidentally stirred pieces of a dead cricket into the gravy. That's a whole long story. Daughter dumped a pan of hot grease down her leg. 3rd-degree burns. We have many disasters.
All right, this one. Husband, while chopping vegetables, sliced his finger instead of celery, which resulted in a trip to the ER.
Oh, on Thanksgiving. Ugh. All right, my mom didn't fully cook the turkey, and we all got food poisoning. It hit me at a bar the night before the Georgia Tech game, and everyone cheered me on while I puked my guts out because they thought I was so drunk. They're like, yeah. Oh, it's like, no, food poisoning. Mom tried to kill me.
And let's see. Aunt drank too much and passed out at the dinner table.
All right, set the turkey on the stovetop. When it was done, it slid to the floor and burst all over. Then the dogs arrived. We had great sides that night with some turkey rinsed off with hot water in the sink.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, because those turkeys are heavier. They're like over 20 pounds. And when they hit the floor, boom, busted.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Last year, my brother's girlfriend got a call that her grandmother had passed away suddenly. She came to the table fairly composed, though clearly tears had been shed. My godson hears this information and decides to tell a mortician joke.
Oh my gosh.
Not only does he make the decision to tell a super uncomfortable joke, but he forgets the punchline. So the uncomfortable silence dragged on extra long, just for good measure.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm going to skip that one. Let's see. I dropped the cranberry sauce on the cream-colored carpet.
Oh.
The spray on the walls looked like a crime scene. I sent my son to the store to get cranberries. He came back with cherries.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's ruined. That carpet's ruined.
Oh, this one sucks. Sister and her husband announced their divorce.
At Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Is that really the right time?
No.
Anyway, dinner was great, everybody. So me and Clark here are getting divorced. All right, I guess trying to light candles with a rolled up paper towel, then dump the water pitcher on the ensuing fire, or the exploding crock pot full of mashed potatoes.
Sounds like a big mess that day.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's see. Mom put out the leftovers in the screened-in porch to cool. An owl broke through the screen and went crazy on the porch before safely escaping. We had to throw everything away.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's see this one's. Right, we were having a big family Thanksgiving at my older brother's home. Both he and my husband, Peyton, were to buy a 14-pound turkey to cook on each Weber grill. Both of them looked at the price instead of the weight. Peyton's weighed 25 pounds, my brother's 28 pounds. It was hilarious watching them trying to cook those huge birds on the grills. And they couldn't even get at each other about the mistake since each had made it. Yeah, that would take all day.
Dummies. All right. The year my cousin's husband tossed a rock into a pecan tree to make more pecans fall, hitting a niece in the head and sending her to the emergency room for stitches.
Oh my gosh. All right, the time our Datsun chewed off the bottom of my grandmother's pants while she was sitting at the table, and nobody noticed until she got up to walk into the kitchen. Yeah.
Brother-in-law thought he was just full. Turned out he had appendicitis.
Oh no. Oh, we planned our whole Thanksgiving around going to a particular restaurant 3 hours away, and when we got there, it was closed.
Damn, why would you plan your Thanksgiving around a restaurant?
Yeah.
3 hours away even. What the hell?
Why would you not check into that?
I don't know what...
Or make reservations.
I mean, you could have spent that time cooking a turkey.
Oh my gosh.
All right. My grandmother, from the other side of the family, okay, sneezed a pea out of her nose, and it landed in my mashed potatoes. The dog got a full plate of Thanksgiving food that year.
Funny stories. I want to hear more funny stories about Thanksgiving. If I remember, I want to post a question and see if any of our listeners or viewers have any funny stories during their Thanksgiving. Luckily, we've had pretty good Thanksgivings.
Yeah, nothing's crazy at our house.
And we don't have anything crazy food either. We keep it traditional. That's the way I like it.
Yep.
I like
do with things.
Cause I love the food. It's like you get this once a year. It's so good. Let's not make anything crazy out of it.
Yeah, the only time other than this that I have this is when I buy the Bobby at Capriotti's.
Yes.
Sandwich. Thanksgiving sandwich.
It is good.
Well, should we call it?
Yes. Thanks you guys for listening and watching, and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Bye, everybody. Gobble, gobble.